Hello YouTube, this is Lumi Reviews again, and today I wanted to talk about the Atari Jaguar. The console is presented here. It is a fairly standard looking console, although it doesn't have a dust cover, which can be expected from Atari because the Atari 2600 didn't have it, but no one noticed it because it was the cartridges were inserted so deep. It's just a lot more present in that. But until you insert the Atari CD is when it looks like a toilet. And especially when you insert a cartridge, it looks even more like a toilet. And yeah, that's poor design right there. But nothing really you can do about that. Unless you go back to the past and ask them to change it, which would be awesome, but you can't. Then, of course, that is pretty bad, but the Atari did have some pretty good games. We know that there are some bad ones, like, Where Did You Learn to Fly? No. Yeah, like that. But it's gone, don't worry. There were some good examples, like Atari Kart Racing, which is presented right here, and there's some gameplay right there. Yeah, it was a standard kart game. It's like a Mario Kart game, but yeah, it was a standard Mario Kart-esque game. It was part of the kart racing genre. It's a pretty fun game, but there's nothing new about it. And there was also Rayman. Cartridge is here, gameplay is here. I can hear you already saying, well, it's a port, of course it's going to be good. Well, what I have to say to that is it's not a port. This was meant to be an exclusive for the Atari Jaguar, but because Atari went out of business, it got ported to every single console. And yeah, the animation in that game was weird also. They had like the weird punchy fist, which he has no arm. So that was pretty cool though. Anyway, there's also the debate on whether it's 64-bit or not. This is what I have to say to that. Most games on it are not 64-bit. They can be 64-bit, but they aren't. The way it works is there are two 32-bit processors linked together by some magic. When used properly, they can link together and become a 64-bit console, but oftentimes this was not utilized. So, most of the games you're seeing are 32 or 16-bit because they didn't utilize its full potential. So, yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is when Atari went out of business, they sold everything, even their name, but they also sold the console design for the Atari Jaguar. Right? And that's console design, and that's what it was turned into. A piece of dental equipment. So it was an entirely white thing, and it was just stuck on the wall. And yeah, dentists use this a lot. But, you can't fit this over the hardware of the Jaguar, and then you can play an all-white Atari Jaguar like this. Boom. If you prefer to play it in white, of course. My preference is black because I think that looks cool. And yeah. Anyway, another thing is the name, Atari Jaguar. Why did they have a cat's name again? Like the Atari Lynx, the Atari, I think it was Cougar, and then the Atari Jaguar. By the way, Cougar was cancelled. Jaguar, it's a cat's name. Why? I don't see why there's any complaint about this. Cats are awesome. Why would you ever diss them? And why would you get mad about a console being named after one? I think it's awesome. So, I'd play it, but I don't actually have one yet. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for today. If you like this video, give it a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.